welcome to the grand finals of our first ever series of Interpub 86. Well, as promised, we're here on neutral ground tonight in the lovely seaside resort of Torquay, great at any time of year. We're here, in fact, at the Rainbow House Hotel. We've come for that long-awaited clash between what have been the two outstanding teams in Interpub 86, no doubt about that. The Clifton Hotel from Portland. Arms from Lyne near Sherborne. Well, this, of course, is what they're all after, the fabulous Interpub trophy. Now, at the end of the evening, the winning landlord will take home this. It's going to be presented by TSW's Ruth Langsford. That's not all, of course. The landlord will also take home £750. That's the first prize, and with £250 going to the runners-up, well, there's everything to play for here tonight. Well, the comedian Terry Scannell coming up in the talent spot. Well, here we have Ed Welsh, who's the judge of the talent contest, usually on his own, but this time you've got a bit of help, Ed.
Yes, I feel very happy tonight. I've got two lovely girls helping me. We have Diane Carter, who is the lead singer here with April Union, and she's obviously going to be a great help when we come to judge the Scandals that we see a little later. And we have Ruth Langsford, who, as you know, works at a bunch of comedians at TSW on Today South West. So she'll be very well placed to judge our first act, who, of course, is Mr. Terry Scannell.
Good evening, viewers. All right? All right at the back? All right? You all right? You all right? I'm all right. You all right? All right. My mate's not all right. He had a terrible experience last week. His wife's expecting her first. Well, he went into the maternity waiting room there. He's there, you know, when the sister comes. He said, "You're wasting your time here, Mr. Chant. You might as well go home and ring back in a couple of hours because there's nothing you can do." So he went down the pub. He had a couple of pints, phoned up. "Oh, it's Chant. How's the wife, you know? You know, how's that?" "Mr. Chant, she's had 2 lovely baby boys and there's more on the way. Could you ring back?" "Yeah, OK." Goes back in the bar, has a few more pints, picks up the phone. "It's Chant here. The wife." "Just Mr. Chant, she's had 5 lovely bouncing baby boys. Could you ring back? There's more on the way." He went and had a few more, picked up the phone, got the wrong number, got Taunton Cricket Ground. He said, "Chant here, what's the bloody score?" He said, 215, all right. And the last one's a... But I'm not, no, you're too kind. I'm not just a pretty face, you know. I'm politically aware. I know what's going on in the world today. Do you remember that, what are you laughing at? That summit meeting they had between Reagan and Grobbelaar? They were in there, sat in front of the fire, just man to man, and Gorbachev said, "President Reagan..." It's good, that, isn't it? "President Reagan, I had a dream last night. I dreamt I could see the White House. And flying from the White House was a red flag. And on that flag was the hammer and sick." And old Ronnie, he said, "Well, you know, Premier..." I had a dream last night also. I dreamt I could see the Kremlin, and there was a red flag flying from there too. It had some writing on it. Yes, and what was the writing? Oh, I don't know. I can't speak Chinese. Thank you. So there's this fella from Liverpool wins a competition on one of these newspapers, one of these new ones. I think it's the Whopping Liar, it was called. And he was flying over to New York, and he came back first class on Concorde. And he's sitting there, he looks across the gangway, and who's sitting there? Sylvester Stallone. So, "I didn't know you were in, Sylv. Nice to see you." So he goes over and he says, "Excuse me, Mr. Stallone." He said, "I'm one of your biggest fans, like, you know, I've seen all your films and that, but could I buy you a drink?" He said, "Hey, hello. Hey, you're talking to Sylvester Stallone, you know that. Hey, the highest paid motion picture film star in the history of the world. Hey, I'll buy the drinks." So, "Oh, yeah, well, no sweat then." So he buys a couple of bottles of champagne. They're having a hell of a good time on the plane coming back. They're just coming into land. Sylvester's such a nice bloke to talk to. They're coming into Heathrow. He says, "Hey, Sly." He said, "Could you do me one last favour, you know?" "Hey, sure, anything for a buddy. What do you want me to do?" "No problem, that's it. Right." He said, all my mates will be waiting at Heathrow, right, to see me when I come off, like, and they'll never believe me. So, you know, when I've gone through customs, when you've been through your VIP lounge and that, could you sort of come over and say, hello, Jack, how are you going? Hey, absolutely, no problem. So they land and they split up, and Jack goes through customs. Always, hey, Jack, how are you going? How are you going? You have a good... Oh, yeah, not bad. Sound. What about the birds? Oh, the birds were great. Just then, Sylvester Stallone comes over. Hey, it's my old buddy, Jacko. How you going? He said, sod off, Rambo. Can't you see I'm talking to me mates? Thank you.
You'll be seeing him, Les Wallace from the Carpenters, but first to go, Roger Cattle from the Clifton. Good luck, guys. Let's better make room for him, I think. Come on, Les. Cleared the lot. Disappointed now. I should imagine now that Les is very confident. It doesn't really matter. You do what you feel now. Congratulations to Les Wallace of the Carpenters. He takes the first 5 pints.
So there we are, the Carpenters 5 pints in the lead as we go into the beat the clock dart sequence for the last time, at least on this series of Interpub 86. And we should be having a really cracking darts match now because both these players actually play each other in the Dorset Super League. They know each other very well indeed. That's Andrew Masters from the Clifton Hotel and Phil Herring from the Carpenters. Phil, you won the toss this time. What are you going to do?
Back second.
Go second. OK, Andrew, you're going to take to the hockey first. If you like to take your position. I know you like to stand a little bit to the left. Don't forget, of course, then, they've got 1 minute to score as many points as possible. Jim Bunny there on the scoreboard. Joanne is on the golden clock. On your marks, get set, go! Picking up the 120, Andrew Masters, who really got some very good darts last time out. 15 seconds gone. Gives him a total of 104. Not finding those trebles with as much ease as he did last week. Coming up to 30 seconds. 54. 43. Still not hit those trebles. 45.
great.
Going to get another round in. There we are. So he accelerated as he went through his minute. So Phil Herring there of the Carpenters. If you'd like to take to your hockey. On your marks, get set, go! 41. Much quicker delivery from Phil Herring. 41 scored. 60. 45 there, gives him 1:46 with 20 seconds gone. 60. Oh, he's much quicker now. 2:06. 2:66. He's looking a good bet for this. 60. 3:26. I think he's going to do it. Phil Herring. 61. 61 there. Yes, he's home and dry. 41. Still 10 seconds to go. Phil Herring home and dry here on the interpub dart sequence. Not into trouble. He's way over 400. And there it is. Remarkable total there for Phil Herring. Well done, Phil Herring there of the Carpenters. So Phil Herring wins the dart sequence here on Interpub. It means the Carpenters are 10 points in the lead.